Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we are digging into a move that could really define this whole era of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah, this is a big one.
We're talking about a potential trade that is all about shoring up the foundation. General manager Brad Treliving is apparently looking back at his old club, the Calgary Flames, and honing in on defenseman Rasmus Andersson.
And this isn't about flash.
Not at all. It's not about selling more jerseys or, lighting up the scoreboard. This is about one thing, what sources are calling structural integrity.
Right, and we're pulling from a couple of key reports here. We've got Nick Kryos over at Sportsnet, who laid out the, let's just say, the very steep price tag.
Which got everyone talking immediately.
Oh, yeah. But then Pierre LeBrun dropped the piece of context that changes the entire conversation.
Yeah.
The fact that Anderson might be willing to sign a long-term extension if he comes to Toronto.
And that's our mission for this deep dive. We're going to unpack that trade-off. Is paying this huge price for a defensive anchor a brilliant, necessary move, or is it a catastrophic mistake?
It's all about certainty versus potential. When you think your window to win is right now, how much of the future are you willing to cash in?
Okay, so let's start with the player himself. Rasmus Andersson, he's 29. He's the guy leading the blue line for Calgary. And the interest from Toronto seems pretty simple. They need a real, true number one defenseman.
They desperately need one.
Uh-huh.
And Anderson, he is the definition of a workhorse. As of late December 2025, he's playing over 24 minutes a night, every single night.
And those aren't easy minutes.
No, not at all. This isn't fluff. He is the guy they put out there head-to-head against Connor McDavid, against Nathan McKinnon, against Toronto's own Austin Matthews. He's taking on the absolute best.
And his performance backs it up. He has decent offensive numbers, sure. Through 34 games, 7 goals, 15 assists? That's solid.
It is, but that's not why you trade for him.
Exactly. It's the other side of the puck where he really earns his keep, the shutdown ability.
Think about the physicality. The stats show 87 shots on goal, which is good, but the key number is 66 block shots. That's a guy who is literally putting his body between rubber and trine night after night.
Someone called him a Swiss Army knife wrapped in Kevlar, and I think that's just a perfect description.
It really is.
Because he's not just a bruiser. He runs the power play, he's a linchpin on the penalty kill, and he's the guy the coach trusts in the last 2 minutes of a one-goal game. He does everything.
And this is exactly the piece Toronto has been missing for years. For decades, really. They've had the firepower. That was never the question.
Yeah.
But they just haven't had that rock. That one guy who lets the whole bench breathe a little easier when the other team stars hop over the boards.
Oh, so Anderson solves that problem.
Instantly.
Yeah.
He fundamentally changes the team's defensive identity from day one.
Okay, but let me push back a little here. How much can one guy, even an elite one, really change the fortunes of the entire defensive core? Is it really a systemic transformation, or is it just one upgrade?
No, it's a huge systemic change. It's a cascade effect.
A cascade effect, okay.
Yeah, right now, Morgan Riley has to be that guy.
Yeah.
He has to face the toughest competition while also being the main driver of offense on the blue line. That's a huge burden.
Right.
You bring Anderson in, this changes everything. If this were a rental for a playoff run, paying the price we're about to talk about would be, frankly, just insane.
A fireable offense, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. But if you can lock this player in for, say, 5 or 6 years, that's not an expense. That is an investment, a massive one.
And you're investing in stability right through the prime years of Matthews, Marner, Nylander, all those guys.
You're removing the biggest question mark on your roster for the rest of their championship window.
Yeah.
You're buying certainty.
And when you're in that window, you have to stop collecting lottery tickets, which is what prospects are, really, and start buying insurance.
Well said.
But that insurance policy is not cheap, and when the guy selling it to you is your old protege, he's going to make you pay.
He is.
So let's talk about the rumored package from Nick Kryos at Sportsnet. Nick Robertson, Tupi Nimale, Ben Danford, and a 2027 second-round pick. My first reaction, and I think a lot of fans' reaction, is, wow, is that an overpay?
It looks like a lot on paper. It is a lot. But you have to break down what those pieces actually mean to Toronto right now.
Okay, let's do it. Start with Nick Robertson.
Robertson's 24. We know he has speed. He has a great shot. But the reality is, he just hasn't been able to stick as a top 6 forward in Toronto. The skill is there, but he's kind of redundant on a team that already has a bunch of elite goal scorers. He's a square peg in a round hole.
A square peg that Calgary might have a perfect round hole for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But for Toronto, he's a luxury they can't quite find a place for. So he becomes expendable.
Okay, so that's one piece. What about the defensive prospects? Topi Niemela feels like the one that would really hurt to give up.
That's the one. He's a legitimate, high-upside offensive defenseman, a guy you could see quarterbacking a power play in a few years.
Which is the role Anderson fills right now.
Precisely. You're trading the potential long-term replacement for the guaranteed immediate solution. For Calgary, that's huge. They need assets that are close to NHL ready. They aren't trying to do a full 5-year tear down.
Right. With the new arena coming, they have to stay competitive.
They do. So getting Robertson, who can play now, and Niemela, who is very close, is a perfect return for them.
And the last piece is Ben Danford, the 19-year-old.
Danford is the lottery ticket in the deal. A good prospect, but he's years away. And, prospect development is littered with guys who are supposed to be sure things and just never panned out.
So you're trading a possibility for a guarantee.
3 times over, really. A forward who doesn't quite fit, a prospect who might be great, and another prospect who's a long shot. You're trading all that uncertainty for one piece of absolute certainty.
It still feels steep, though. It feels like there's a bit of a true living tax on this.
Oh, there's 100% a true living tax here. Craig Conroy is the new GM in Calgary. He can't get fleeced by his old boss. In his first big trade, he has to add a premium just to prove he won the deal.
Plus, Calgary has leverage. Toronto isn't the only team calling about Anderson.
Not by a long shot. He's a rare asset, a proven, right shot, #1 defenseman. The price is high because the demand is high.
So we have to talk about the risks. The real material risks. What if this goes wrong?
And it could.
What if Anderson just can't handle the pressure cooker of the Toronto market? What if that big extension becomes an anchor on the salary cap in 3 years?
Yeah.
Or, and this is the big one, what if Nick Robertson goes to Calgary and becomes a 35-goal scorer every year?
Those are all legitimate fears. They're not just fan hypotheticals, they're risks. The front office has to be weighing very, very carefully. But here's the thing. A good GM doesn't just look at the risk of making a move.
They have to look at the risk of not making it.
Exactly. What is the risk of inaction?
Tell me.
The risk of inaction is just paralysis. It's running it back with the same defensive group that you know has flaws and just crossing your fingers and hoping it'll be different this time in the playoffs.
Which we've seen before.
We've seen it fail before. The biggest risk is watching this championship window with Matthews and Marner just slam shut because you couldn't defend well enough to get out of the second round. The risk is watching Rasmus Andersson go to another contender, sign that extension, and be the piece that puts him over the top.
It's always easier to hold on to your prospects and fail, isn't it? It feels safer.
It's politically safer, for sure. Making a big, bold trade like this, you're putting your neck on the line. But championships aren't won by being cautious. They're won by GMs making these tough, uncomfortable calls because they know it's what the team needs to win now.
So this trade, if it happens, is True Living basically saying we're done tinkering?
Yes. It's a statement. It says, we are done with hoping marginal upgrades will be enough. We are cashing in our chips for a guaranteed winner because our time is now.
So to wrap this all up, the core finding here seems to be that Rasmus Andersson isn't the sexiest name they could go after.
Not at all.
He's not going to lead the league in points from the blue line, but he is maybe the most necessary solution. He's a statement that you build championship teams from the net out with that unglamorous, consistent defensive work.
And this move will define True Living's time in Toronto. There's really no way around that. If this deal happens and that extension gets signed, it's either the brilliant stroke